Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And as you guys know, UFC 249 should have taken place last Saturday. It was going to be Khabib versus Tony Ferguson for the lightweight championship in the main event, but unfortunately due to the current events, that event had to be cancelled because ESPN and Disney shut it down. But Dana White is determined to carry things on. He secured a private island and fights will be going ahead in the very near future. We're going to talk about all that in today's video. Welcome to the Champions Hub. If you're going to enjoy this video today, be sure to drop a like on it. Also subscribe with those notifications on. We're a brand new channel, so every like and every subscriber really helps this thing grow. But as I mentioned at the start of the video, UFC 249 was meant to take place on April 18th. It is now April 19th at the time of filming this video. And of course, it did not happen. It was meant to be Khabib versus Tony Ferguson for the lightweight championship. But obviously with the current situation going on in the world, that fight was cancelled. But Dana White is still determined to make this happen. In a previous video, we talked about a private island which he secured, which is still going ahead. Recently, he talked about the private island with ESPN and he said, "That's why I'm telling all my guys not to worry, because Fight Island is going to happen. All the infrastructure is being built right now and getting put in place. As we get closer to that, then I'll start figuring out booking fight, getting guys ready. Plus, I can ship guys over there early and they can start training over there on the island. So once that's all in place, we're looking at like a month. I'll have that all put together and the guys can start training and go from there. I'm sure people are going to be ready to get out of their houses in another month and go to the island somewhere and train." And then Dana White went on to talk about the island itself, which is a tribal land at the Taki Palace Hotel and Casino in California. He said that one thing I need to point out is that Taki Palace, I'm hoping I'm saying that right, it's either Taki or Tachi, I'm not entirely sure, but either way, the Tachi Palace in California, the Indian reservation, has had our back this whole time and has stood their ground and was willing to do this fight. Let me tell you this, when the world gets back to normal, the California event will take place at Tachi Palace. I'm doing a fight there, I'm going to bring them a big fight and I appreciate them standing with me in this. So who knows whether it is actually going to take place at the hotel casino resort or not, whether that is the private island, but there's definitely a private island in the works. As Dana White said, all the infrastructure is going to take place, and as you may have guessed by that interview quote, it's actually going to be called Fight Island, and UFC recently filed 22 trademarks for the term Fight Island and UFC Fight Island. So whether the next UFC pay-per-view is just going to be called UFC Fight Island, I'm not entirely sure, but they filed 11 trademarks for the term Fight Island and 11 for the term UFC Fight Island, with each application filed for specific goods and services, including gear, equipment, and even jewelry. So I'm assuming there's going to be some merchandise with UFC Fight Island on it. So that does make sense that the next pay-per-view may be called UFC Fight Island. But when is the next event? Well, Dana White says the next planned event will take place on May 9th. However, it will not take place at Fight Island. It's either going to take place at a location which is yet to be set, or the Apex Center, which is at UFC headquarters in Las Vegas. Now, as you guys know, if you guys are also wrestling fans, the likes of WWE and All Elite Wrestling have also been doing empty arena fights. Recently, WrestleMania 36 was done in an empty arena, the 2-day pay-per-view, and to tell you the truth, it was pretty decent, all things considered. And the next pay-per-view for WWE, which is Money in the Bank, is also going to be an empty arena event as well. Now, if you guys did watch WrestleMania, you guys will know that the Boneyard match, as well as the John Cena and Bray Wyatt match, which I think was called the Firefly Funhouse match, were more of a cinematic approach rather than a traditional wrestling match. And at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, it's going to be a similar kind of thing, because they're actually wrestling from the bottom of the tower all the way to the roof in order to capture the Money in the Bank briefcase. It's going to be a bit more of a cinematic thing. Obviously, unfortunately, UFC cannot go down that route due to the fact that it's actually a real fight. So it is going to be interesting to see how an empty arena show will look in terms of UFC, because obviously we've seen it in pro wrestling. It's decent, but it's nothing like having a crowd there. So whether the UFC are going to be able to pull this one off, I'm not entirely sure, but only time will tell. As of right now, there's no set location for it, there's no set fight for it, and only time will tell what those matches or the location will be, or what the event will be called. Whether it be UFC 249 or whether it be something else entirely, only time will tell. But there we go, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it today. What do you guys think of UFC Fight Island? Do you think it's a good idea? Are you excited for it? Are you excited for this May 9th event? Let us know in the comment section down below. And if you enjoyed this video today, want to see more stuff like this on the channel, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Also subscribe with those notifications on. We're a brand new channel, so every like and every subscriber really helps this thing grow. We hope you have an amazing day, and we'll see you guys in the next one.